for that, like once we are going to start function, so basically what we generally consider for function, we do require access, because this is very important. And this horizontal axis, this is basically x-axis, that, and this is y-axis. And for on this plane, like xy plane, once we place any point, its first coordinate, it's called x, the next one is y. So this becomes a relation. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Harshit? Okay. Now question is, like, once you go with any relation, like it cannot be, like it is not always a function. Can you tell me, like, when it can be a function? When you consider a relation as a function?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get you.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is, when a relation, or when we, how to get whether it is a function or not. How will you check?
Substitute it.
First of all, there are, like, let me draw a few graphs. Like this one, it's one graph. The next one, you can see that each and every graph is on xy plane.
Yeah.
It's a circle. Third one, let's say it's a parabola, like this. Now question is, how can we find whether it is a function or not? There is a test. Simply, you have to draw vertical line. Okay? So once you draw vertical line, you can see that we can draw as many vertical line as we can. I have only drawn 4.
Okay.
So each vertical line intersect the graph at how many points, Harshit?
4.
Like each vertical line.
Yeah.
So at how many points? Can you just find the point of intersection? Like if I say this line, this vertical line, intersect this graph at how many points? This vertical line.
1 point.
Very good. 1. And what about this one?
1.
So you can see that you can draw as many vertical lines as you can. The point of intersection would be 1.
Okay.
So vertical line test says, so point of intersection, that is equals to 1. So if it is more than 1, let's move to the next figure. It's a circle. I have drawn only 2. So how many point of intersection, Harshit, for this one?
2.
2. So when we have more than 1, so point of intersection 1 implies a function. You can follow in the chat box.
Okay.
And more than 1 implies not a function.
Okay.
So my question to you, Harshit, if you see that, so can we consider this one as a parabola?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a parabola. So if it is a parabola, now can we consider this one as a function?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think so?
Because it intersects with the vertical line in the middle.
Okay, so like only intersecting will work? What do you think? Like if we try to draw any vertical line, so if let's say we try to draw in that way, so only intersecting will work? what should we check? Like whether it intersect or not. So let me write it. Vertical line test. So when, like first what we have to, like if we try to describe this using flowchart, only one point of intersection. If it is true, then a function. If it is false, not a function.
Okay.
Now question is, the second one, as you said, it has 2 points of intersection. It's more than one. So will it be a function?
No.
Okay, it won't be. What about the third one?
Yeah.
Okay, if it is so, may I know the reason? Why do you think it would be a function?
Because there's only one intersection in each vertical line.
Okay, that's great. So let's move to the, let's consider one more example. Like if we see this is the, like these are the coordinate axes and we are considering a vertical line. So will it be a function?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think so?
Because it intersects at one point.
Which intersect, where it intersects?
Over here, where the x-axis is.
Actually, x-axis won't work. To check whether it is a function or not, we have to rely on only vertical line test. For graph, only we have to rely on vertical line test. So have you drawn any vertical line?
But
Okay, so if you try to draw any vertical line, what will happen?
it intersect. Is the yellow one the vertical line?
Yeah, the yellow one is vertical. And we have to check whether the yellow one is a function or not.
Oh, then it's not a function because it doesn't intersect a vertical line.
Okay, let's check. First of all, if we try to draw any vertical line here, it won't intersect. Now, once we draw any vertical line like this, it will simply coincide. Coincide means how many points of intersections?
Infinity?
Infinitely many. Yes, true. So, if it is infinite, then will it be a function?
No.
Okay, it can't be. That's great. So, let's come to the next one. If we consider a horizontal line, will it be a function?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think so?
Because the y-axis, which is the vertical line, intersects it.
Okay, so you meant to say y-axis is a vertical line, it intersects only at a point. Also, if you want to draw any other vertical line, like it's not like that only we have to consider y-axis. So we can draw whatever we want. Like it's completely up to you, like how many vertical lines in which way you can draw. So
Okay,
you can see that in every case you will get only one point of function. Point of intersection. So it means it's a function.
But you can still use the y-axis as a vertical line, yeah?
Y-axis, yes, definitely you can consider y-axis as vertical line as well. So, as I said, y-axis is a standard vertical line. It's not like that only you have to consider y-axis. You can draw as many vertical lines as you can.
Okay.
it must hold for each and every vertical line. It's not like that only for y-axis if you check and if you get only one point of intersection based on that, we can't say or we can't conclude that it would be a function. It should be true for any vertical line.
Okay.
Okay, let's come to now a few, like it's like this is the graphical way to to check whether it is a function or not. Now question is what function is. Like if I ask you like how will you define a function? What will you say?
I don't know.
Okay. So can you give me one example of a function? Whatever it comes in your mind. It's not like that you have to give, bookish words or you have to present bookish words. Whatever you think. Any example that will work.
I don't know what example I can give.
Like, have you ever seen this type of example? F of x equals to 2x plus 5.
Yeah, that's the function
Yes, true. That's the function. But question is, this is, expression, algebraic expression. So definitely for algebraic expression, if we want the previous approach, that is vertical line test, first we have to draw the graph. And then we have to check whether any vertical line intersect at more than one point or not. This should be the approach. Now question is there any other way to check, like in algebraic method, to check whether it is a function or not? Answer is yes. But before that, let me tell you, like how can we define a function? Function is basically if we try to have two circles. One circle, like it's basically, two, what should I say, like two stations where, suppose you are like a commuters, it's your home, it's your school. You travel by bus or train or maybe tube. So whatever, like you can see that, like what I meant to say, it's the starting point, like we are denoting this one, it's by A, this one as B. Now question is, if possible, like if we try to show you a possible routes, like this one. Let's say if. Okay. Now question is, A, this station, you can see that there are many passengers here. So if is a rule, basically, it's a rule. Basically, it will take each and every passenger from here and it will take to this. Like what I meant to say, 1, 2, 3, all those numbers which are on set A, so it will be f of 1, f of 2, f of 3. So the rule is like this. Now question is, this rule can be mentioned as a function. There are two conditions. Let me tell you, the starting point or your home may be considered as x values. And the collection of x values, it has a special name. It's called domain.
Yeah, domain and range.
Yes, perfect. You know that range. Now can you tell me what range is?
Range is the values that comes out of a function.
True. So thing is that, like if we consider like whatever we do, like suppose you are starting very hard, but you can't say or you can't predict how like what would be your score in exam. So function is like this. Function is like this because like all these are inputs. You have full control over it. Like you can choose inputs, but you don't know what would be the outputs.